Hi everyone. I'm I'm very new at this. I'm Aurora. I am going to be painting today. What will I be painting? I don't know, man. um, but yeah, so I just wanted to take today just to hang out and paint and have fun and just talk about nice things and not think about the horrible stuff that's happening right now. Because, yeah, we have better things to think about, you know? So, yeah. Uh, yeah. So I'm going to start off by taking this water bottle. It's just one that I found at the store, and drenching this in water. This is significantly better than the other water bottle I had, which is this purple one. I found it in the detergent aisle. Maybe that was my bad. But it's really crappy and it leaks. So I have the other one. And yeah, we're using an old palette because recycling. Just a paper plate. And yeah, let's start this. So we're gonna go from the total beginning of a canvas to a finished product today, because that's how I am. I've done longer projects before. I am currently putting off editing one of my longest projects ever because it was really long and it was really hard, and I think we're gonna go with purple today. So I just like to put it right on the canvas. I'm working with acrylic, so I don't really have to, got stuck in the lid. I don't really have to worry about dry times or anything, but I just go with what sounds like fun. And sometimes my paintings end up spooky, and sometimes they're more, I don't know, less spooky. But one of the hardest things for me is, like, I feel like I could totally give myself a specific style, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people do that. But also, why be, like, stuck to one thing, right? Like, just do whatever makes your heart happy. That's what I like to do. And yeah. Because I feel like anytime I've tried to, like, stick to one style, my style was either not that great, like I was still a beginner at that point, can still work on my skills, and then I like couldn't keep it consistent, right? Because I was at that stage where I felt like I was just learning so much, and I felt like I had a lot of room to grow. So when I tried to stick to a style, and at the same time I was learning, I was like, how does this new stuff I learned fit into my style? So I really went into trying to do realism. I studied anatomy for a few years and just, like, trying to get the figure down. And now that I feel way more comfortable than I was, I swear, I spent, like, at least 50 pages of my sketchbook just drawing hands, right? Just to, like, fully understand hands. And I'm sure I could use a refresher. I'm not saying I'm, like, some art god, but I guess I'm just like at a point where I'm more comfortable. I'm actually going to smooth this out with a brush and get the purple on the edges because I like to have a more finished look. I mean, I think it makes it feel more finished. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just here having an experience. And I'm also trying to be more comfortable talking to a camera because this is actually not my first live stream. This is my second live stream. And my first live stream went so bad, I felt the need to get rid of it permanently. But I have a feeling this one isn't going to be so terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I've always heard like YouTubers talk about, oh, like you're camera shy at first, and I was like, I won't be camera shy. It's just a camera. But when it's like, oh my God, people are gonna see this, it feels a lot different. And while I've posted like other YouTube videos before, I haven't done it live ever. And also my YouTube videos, it doesn't have a lot of talking. Like, I feel like I was just really nervous to talk to the dang camera, and I am getting over that. Because nobody's perfect, and everyone sounds a little stupid to some extent, and that's totally fine. All right. So we have that. I really, like, this part is hard for me because I have to flip it over to get the bottom part right, but then I have to wait for it to dry. So let's just talk, I guess, while we're waiting for that to dry. Oh, and I can figure out what I want to add on top of it while I'm waiting too. Oh my gosh, I see these lumps though. See what I did? That's my too much gene. Now we're just gonna do this. Yep. The other thing with acrylic is like, you are always gonna have texture. Or at least with the thick acrylics I buy. I cannot not have texture. No matter what I do, it feels like. Like, yeah, I could water down the paint a lot and try to work with it that way. But at the end of the day, that's just, in my experience, it just dilutes the paint, and then you have to add a bunch of layers, and then that adds texture. It's just pretty much impossible to avoid. But I mean, I don't hate it either. Like, texture to me is like what makes it look like a painting, and I don't want it to be like one of those things where you're at the art museum and you're looking at it really, really hard and you're like, is that a painting? That's so smooth. It looks like you could have just printed it out. Like, I don't know. I guess it makes it look a little bit more handmade. Oh, my too much gene again. Okay. I just have to stop. I have to stop. I have to stop. But see, I don't know why I'm like this. Okay, I'm done. I'm done touching it with this dang brush. I'm gonna wait for it to dry so I can add to the bottom. Okay. Let's think of what we can do today. Purples. So we could do like purple, green, and yellow. That's a fun combo. Or purple, white, black, pink, blue. I don't know. Or we could make a scene. Okay, let's just focus on colors. Because yeah. All right. Purple. This green would be okay. Or I could do a portrait today. I like studying portraits. Or I could try to do a portrait out of my own head, but I don't know if that'll be as good. I mean, I guess it is more comfortable knowing that no one else is watching this right now. Perks of being a new streamer. All right. Blue. Maybe. Purple, blue, and green. This is like the slowed down process of painting, where a lot of people are used to the really fast, really edited stuff. I don't know, it almost makes me feel like I need to rush it, even though, like, I know rushing it isn't gonna have a better outcome. So let's just hang out, I guess. Okay. So the purple, green, and yellow has not left my head. So I think that's a sign. Okay. Still wet, but we're gonna mix colors on top of it anyway. Oh. All right, those are fun. Yellow. Maybe we'll add some white too. Oh. Yeah, let's just start with that and play with it. All right. I don't know that I'm in love with that, but if we hate it, we can always just paint on top of it. You know? It's not the end of the world ever. And you may be wondering why I'm removing some of the paint on my palette knife. That's because if I continue doing it without removing it, you will not get the fun colors that you want. You will actually get mud. And I don't know that we're looking for mud today. But my favorite things about using a palette knife is the shapes that you get with like the paint's breaking. I think it's really interesting looking. See, like, that stuff. I think that looks cool. Ooh, I like that. Jeez. All right. Oof. You know, I feel like maybe this was a little too much green. Maybe I'll go back with more purple. Or just scrape it off. I don't know. We're just having fun with it. Just trying to make an interesting background for what our foreground or our subject is going to be. I don't know. Sometimes I like adding a foreground and sometimes I'm like, nah. Let's just have this as a background. Kind of like, just like portrait styles. However, it is kind of growing on me. I think adding the white was definitely a good idea. Otherwise, I think it would have been a little dark. But yeah. Oh. Also, something about me is I somehow get paints everywhere. I don't know how I do. Oh, shoot. I don't know how I do it. All right. Sorry, I'm doing this on a laptop camera, by the way. So, oh, I didn't turn on that light. That might be useful. I might be able to see color a little bit better. I don't know. Possibly. Ooh, yeah, that definitely looks better. All right, let's get this center. Okay. Now that we've got that done. Sweet. Some of you may be wondering if I've gone to art school. No, I did not go to art school. I did consider it. However, I guess I'm more of a do-it-yourself kind of person. I mean, it's not that I've completed like art classes in high school and everything, and you know, I guess it just didn't line up with how I specifically feel about my art, I guess, you know? Like, it's completely okay if you want to go to art school. Like, I'm not hating on it, but I didn't feel like it was for me, you know? And, that's just what it is. Everyone has their own journey that they take, and yeah. I know it doesn't look like a lot right now, but that's every beginning of a painting. Every start of a painting doesn't look like a lot. Oh, I can flip it over. Maybe now would be a good time to add the purple to the bottom. Oh, that water. laying down. Oof. All right. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I will figure it out. I guess I like to let it come to life itself, you know? Like, I don't want to pressure the painting to be something it's not going to be, you know? Ah. I started off learning by watching Bob Ross paint, and I would paint along with him. And I really fell in love with the look of a palette knife. And Bob uses a palette knife a lot, it feels like. And it's really fun. You get these bold colors and big chunks, and yeah, I like it, you know. Let's see, that's chunky. I also look for places that have like too much paint, and then I'll like scrape it off. I feel like it's missing something. It might be pink, it might be blue, it might be both. Let's see. Maybe all right, so these are my colors I'm trying to pick between. I feel like this is a very cool tone, as in like the colors, so maybe a darker color like this blue might be better. We will see. I'm just gonna start with that. Ooh. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't want too much of it. I don't know, actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. I haven't fully made a decision. Oh my gosh. Paint. Ah. All right. Let's do this. I feel like maybe down here. I just feel like there needed to be a darker value on there, you know, like add a little bit of depth. Sometimes I don't even know if I know English, and that's my first language. Maybe a little bit more. I'll just put it on my palette knife. Hopefully it doesn't squirt everywhere. There we go. I feel like here, here, here for sure. Maybe just everywhere. Maybe I actually love the blue. Ooh, that breakage right there. Cool, okay. Let's get the edges. All right. I like that a lot more. I feel like that's pretty close to a finished background. I don't know if it's fully done, but I am enjoying it. All right. Let's think about what this could be. Maybe like something in the middle right here. I'm seeing like a portrait, I think. Although I don't like this. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe let's break up the blue. It just looks so interesting to me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. Whoop. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna get a close-up for you guys. Just so you can see all the textures. Oh. All right. I like it. Maybe I don't know. Should I add it to the sides? Nah. Let the sides be colorful. It's almost like a frame, you know? Whereas if I just left it white, it would have felt like unfinished, I feel like. Maybe let's look up a portrait or something. And there's nothing wrong with references. Some people may say that it's wrong, but those people are incorrect. Honestly, you pretty much have to learn from a reference. Otherwise, because your brain doesn't know what things look like. Your brain thinks it knows what things look like, but it is incorrect. That's actually interesting. I might save that one. Yes, I am on Pinterest right now. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a portrait would be really good, or like something like that. I just feel really unsure. I wait for the paint to dry anyway. How are your guys' weeks going? It's Tuesday. The day we give the most effort at our jobs, and then it goes downhill from there. I'm really debating between these two right now. So there's this one or this one. Ah, jeez. Or I could combine the two. I feel like that's a fun idea. Maybe let's sketch this. All right. Paper. All right, guys. So, yeah, some paper, pen. All right. I'm just gonna do a quick sketch. Yeah. Okay. The chili's in the fridge.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop some stuff in.
Oh, okay.
Are you almost done?
No.
You're not done streaming?
No.
Okay.
I just got here. Do you want to take Violet home?
Oh, me?
I mean, if you want to, you can have her. Violet, come here. Come here. All right. Oh my gosh. This is like the worst sketch, it feels like. All right. I don't know. I really liked her, like, her bows, and I feel like, I don't know. I'm just saying words at this point. So, like, I mean, obviously the painting is gonna be better than this, but... Alright, so we have the rough sketch. It's very rough. And then... I don't know, I mean, I could have, like, a flower coming out of her mouth. Maybe out of her ears. I don't know. I don't like the ear part. Maybe out of her face. Maybe there's flowers all around. Like around her neck thing. Maybe there's flowers in her hair. Maybe maybe there's one coming out of her eye. I do like this. Maybe there's petals up there. I don't know. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I might just go with it. It's a really rough sketch, but, you know, we can always refine it. All right. How dry are you? Dry enough. All right. What color should we use? I don't always use skin tone colors for skin tones. Purple, maybe. Okay. Maybe. Maybe she's like purple and blue with a green top, or like top and bow. And there are yellow flowers. Okay. I think we have an idea here. I should put my reference right there. All right. Let's do this. Let's just start with blocking out her face and everything. Okay. So, if we think of the rule of thirds, her eye line should be like here. All right. And then this looks like about the middle. She has very pointed chin. I don't know. I'm just going with it, guys. All right. Alright. There's the head shape. Then we have a neck. Right? It's about like that. And then we have her shoulders, or her traps, whatever these are. I don't really know what they're called. Looks like we could give her like little puffs. And then this goes like this. And then she has like a little ruffle thing, bow. Thing could go down to like here. I feel like one ruffle is a little bit bigger than the other one. So let's fix that. This is all just sketching at this point. Yeah, okay. And then we have hair, and then a bow, like right here. And then her hair goes down like that. Yeah, alright. We have a rough sketch. Okay. Cool. Let's get out our green. Alright. Let's start with our lighter green to sketch it out, because we're to fill in the most of it, because I'm almost out of my darker green, or I'm running out slowly but surely. Alright. Come on, bottle. There we go. Oh, look at that. Alright. Got plenty of green on there. Let's rinse this brush. Alright. Boom. Let's go in with the green. Maybe her ruffles could be white or off-white. I don't know. I'll leave space for that though. Hey.
Talk to your loyal fan. Hey, you too.
Just painting.
Hey, you too.
All right. And of course I knocked it again. I have no idea how this looks for anyone watching vertical, but hopefully you can still see it pretty okay. All right, let's do this. So her hair goes like this, and then it goes kind of like that, and then we got some more curls, but we're gonna fill those out like this. All right, and then kind of goes like that, and then it goes like that, like that. Oh shit. Oh well, I can always fill it in. I'll be like that. I might have overdid it a little bit. All right. Okay, cool. I think that's a good base. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's start mapping in the face. We are at 51 minutes and we're only this far in, so it might take till Might take till midnight tonight. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take my blending gel. Mix it in with the color I want to make. I mixed my blue with my purple to make this. It's almost like periwinkle color. And I'm going to use that for the darkest parts of her face. Okay. So, I mean, maybe I should use a smaller brush. Maybe that would help. That might help a lot, actually. Alright. Where's the nose? Here's what?
Reminds me of Adventure Time.
Yeah. Here's the mouth. And then it's like that. But I feel like the way I did it, it makes it look like she's looking off to the side. Well, no, I think that's good actually. All right. We're gonna fill in her eye shape. She's very round eyes. And no, I'm not saying that her eyes are the darkest. It's just I feel like I need a sketch to actually figure this out. Okay. I might have to bring her hairline down a little bit more. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so there's like the shadow about here. She has this really interesting glow in her face. Alright. And then I'm just gonna use the same color, but we're probably gonna change it later. Just to map it in. We have this very pinky color. No, it's not pink, but It will be. And then, oh my god, she looks like she's dead. Alright. And then we always have this little guy here for the transition from the face to the chin. Alright. And then we have this for her nose. Goes up for her eyebrows. Alrighty, and then this is also dark. Okay. I feel like I mapped out her face a little bit better. Alrighty, beautiful. I should bring down her hairline on this one side. So that stuff goes way down there. Actually, I feel like I should bring down her hairline in general. There we go. Alright. Get these round curls. And then this is like a swirly curl. Almost like that. Alright. And then I forgot to block in her ears. So we should do that too. But I also have to put in the correct shadow on her forehead now. I feel like that's much more accurate. Alright. And then we have this really dark one down by her chin. I think I rounded out her chin a little too much. Jeez. Way to place that in the wrong spot. Alright. I feel like that's closer. Alrighty. I also feel like I might have put her eyes a little too close. I feel like they're more like this. A little bit smaller. Yeah. That looks more like her. Alrighty. And let's take down that harshness. Alright. And then we should make it a little bit lighter from this periwinkle color. But still darker than my purple. add a little bit of blending gel. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. And then we should add like the details. Ooh, I don't feel like that's as dark as I wanted it to be. Maybe that's too close. Maybe I want it a little bit darker. I'm just adding this periwinkle color to this new mixture. Because I want like the shadows around her eyes. I feel like that's better. Alright, and then like for right here, right there, and then we can soften this. And add a little shadow around here and connect these together. And then there's a little bit right here. All right. And then yeah. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I should add details for her nose. Okay. I got this. All I need to do is take the lighter purple. Maybe I need white on this palette. Then I can lighten the purple. Make this lighter area on her nose. All right. Kind of goes like that. And then like jeez. Does not look how I want it to look. All right. She does have a highlight right here. Jeez, why does that look not how I want it to? Okay. Whew, man, this is a mental game. Maybe because there isn't this dark line right there. And maybe it's because her nose is a little bit smaller than that. Alright. Well, maybe we'll just take our dark and we'll use it to define where her nostrils should be. I feel like that's a little closer, but not quite there because it's a little bit feel like I'm just playing a guessing game at this point. Ah, no. All right. I feel like I'm making her look scary when she's not supposed to be scary. Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay, I feel like that's a lot closer. Maybe I should just... Ooh! Maybe I should just clean off my brush and stop trying to mix it. Or maybe I could walk away from it and look at it again when I'm ready to. I feel like that might be a better option. Alright, maybe we can look at her hair. Okay. What would make it dark? Maybe if I mix this red with the blue, it would make like a dark purple, and then it would look good with the hair. So I'm mixing this red and the blue together. Ooh, that's a really dark color. I feel like that has too much red in it though. Looks really warm. Yeah. That's so dark, it's blending in with the black almost. That's a good purple. Alright. Let's do this. Where do I want the highlights? I do like it. It is a good color. Let's see if I can capture the look of a curl. I think her hair is so pretty and interesting looking. Alright. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. It's just I'm in focus mode. Oh shoot, I never put in those ears. I can always add them in later. There's no rush. No rush. Alright. Now we have to make swirly looking curls. And then I might want to add highlights actually too. Those, I feel like that's a solid background.
Oh yeah, is it your time, Violet?
I feel like that makes more
Violet.
sense. Violet, come here. Oh well. All right. Okay.
I mean, nobody's really here. But in Aurora. Cool. We should do this.
When I close up the elevator doors.
Cool. Thanks. Probably gonna go home. Should I take Violet?
Yeah, I think she would enjoy that.
Where's dinner?
In the fridge. Do you want to take those tomatoes home too?
No, they're probably bad at this point.
Well, you should throw them away then.
Alright.
Thank you.
Is this just chili? Put some cheese on it?
Yep.
That's nothing else.
Hey.
Alright, I'll be back after dinner. Come on, Violet. Love you. Have fun painting.
Love you. Will do.
I'll watch the tubes.
Sure. Oh man, it is so different painting on live. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like having a whole audience there watching everything, but in reality, you're just by yourself. And yeah, it might be watched later, but I don't know. What do we think? If I squint my eyes, it's good, so that's in the right direction. All right. I did not mean to add more white. I'm smelling the fumes. Acrylic doesn't have any fumes, but they're the fumes. Okay. I'm going to add the light now. And where else should it be? It should be on her chin, but a little less light on her chin. But it's like that. And then this. And then under her eyes. You know what? Screw it. This painting is a little creepy anyway. We'll just embrace it, right? I mean, if the painting says, I want to be creepy, you better gosh darn listen to the painting, you know? Because the painting knows what it wants to be. Only the painting knows. Oh my gosh, I feel so cringy. Alright, and then we have this bright right here. Uh-oh, that's the same color. Here, let's mix in. Let's try to blend it a little bit. I don't know how well that's gonna blend, but alright. And then we have this bright color on her cheek. Again, let's mix it with the purple. I don't know, it's also hard because acrylics dry darker than how they look. So like right now, wow, I made this painting really dark, but maybe it's a good thing because I have, ooh, shit. Because I have room to wiggle with. All right. All right, and then there's a little bit darker right here. And all right, come on. Jeez. I hope I don't get flagged for the amount I sweared in here, but whatever. It is what it is at the end of the day. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. That's way big. See, I feel like I do the littlest thing, and then it just looks completely not right. Portraits are so technical. I feel like that's closer than before I added it. Added the little lines on the sides. But also, there needs to be more space between her upper lip and her nose. 'Cause no one has lips like that unless you went and got surgery. And this girl is too pretty to have gotten surgery. She is a self-respecting woman. Wow. Alright. Maybe then this lip goes a little bit lower. And then this is like that. Like, okay, let's think about the shape. Okay, you know what? There's gonna be a flower in your mouth anyway. But I just wanted to get the general idea across. And that looks horrible. So let's just take that out. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Maybe if we add just the littlest bit of red to the purple. I think that was too much red. It can be like blush. I feel like maybe the blue blush we have going on is what's making her look really creepy. Now she just kind of looks like a clown. Okay. Let's try to blend this together. Geez, acrylics are just so challenging to blend. I feel like that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that looks a little bit more normal. And then we can take this pink color we made, put a little bit on her nose. Because she's adorable, and who doesn't love blush on the nose? Maybe a little bit on the chin. Alright. And maybe... Oh! Some blue got on there. Shiz! Dang it! Dang it! Stop it, Blue. Get out of here. We don't want you. Alright. Beautiful. Alrighty. And then there's this darker color like here, which makes me think that I need to bring that down just a bit. Alright, I like that a lot more. I feel like it's coming together. Maybe we should add in her eyebrows now. They're very expressive. Whoa. Whoa. Did I just mess up? I think I just messed up. Okay. We try again. Maybe that's the eye I'm gonna have the flower coming out of. Alright. Eyebrows are a lot higher, a lot thinner. They start like here. I like that a lot more. That's a lot better. Alright. Now let's hope and pray and do the other eyebrow. Maybe I would have more practice if I did my own eyebrows. Nah, my eyebrows are perfect. Alright. Oh wow, there was another viewer. That's awesome. Alright. Get this pink color again. Oh my gosh, that is way too much red. Come on. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Nope, that is way too pink. There we go. All right. All right. If I just take out that little bit, then they would look more even. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. There we go. That looks better. All right. Now we can think about the ears. Where are the shadows? Like here and up here. And a little bit right there. Right there. Alright, and then let's add the highlights. There we go. All right. Darkness. She does have connected earlobes, so I need to add that. Oh, geez. Oh, what if I put a little bit of green on there, like by the chin? Just a little bit. There, let's dilute the heck out of that. We can like add it to like the bottom of her nose. Maybe like her jawline. I like that. That's very interesting looking. All right. Maybe to her ears. Nice. All right. I like it. I like it. All right. Now we can work on down here. Let's mix this green with the blue. All right. Beautiful. Oh, shit. Oh. Alright, so if it's that far away, then we want it this far away. I don't feel like this is fully center. I could probably fix that. Yeah, alright. Let's take white, blue, and green, and we can make a really light color for her ruffles and everything. There we go. And then this would go up here. And go like this. Let's just paint over all of it. Oh my God, she's so pretty. All right. All right. Beautiful. I mean, it doesn't have to be like exact, right? It can just be like the idea of ruffles. And I feel like that's what I have to kind of go for when I work with acrylic. It's just, I feel like it's mostly about big blocky details that when, like, if you do it right, it really does make a whole lot of sense, and it's like, it's worth it, I guess. All right. Alright, let's lighten the shiz. Alrighty. We're really getting close to the end here. 1 hour, 47 minutes in. And I really like where we are going with this. Beautiful. All right, now let's add a bow down here. Please no copyright. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Thank you guys for joining in, even if it was just for a minute. I hope this was just a time of chilling out and forgetting about all the stuff you gotta do today. Not a lot of people showed up for the live. But, that's expected. I'm not bummed about it, but if you did show up, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you had a good time. Hell yeah. I just want to create a place for people to chill and forget about their responsibilities and the hard stuff that's happening in life or at work or at home. I feel like everyone needs a place like that, and I thought I could create a space for that. Alright. No. Alright. Let's do this. And if any of you guys are ever like, man, I could never do anything like that, you stop that. You stop that right now. You 100% can. And it's all about having the eagerness to learn. And if you have that, you can learn anything. No one is gatekeeping you from learning how to paint. No one. No one can gatekeep painting. Painting is for everyone. And painting is dang enjoyable. And I really, really recommend it to anyone who has racing thoughts, to anyone who wants a form of escape, to anyone who has these ideas in their head and they're like, geez, I just want to get it out. How do I get it out? Just start painting. It may look like crap at first, and that's the fun part, is learning. It's going to look like crap until it doesn't look like crap. And you just have to accept the fact that you have a lot of stuff to learn. And if you're willing to be patient and keep working over and over and over, eventually you're going to get there and you're going to be like, I made it. And then you're going to be so dang proud of yourself, and I'm going to be so dang proud of you. And if you guys want to email me pictures that you drew or you painted or anything, I would gladly accept them. I would love to see what you guys are doing. I just want to be surrounded by a community of artists who just get it, who are just here to live the experience and enjoy art together. And yeah, that's what I'm here for, guys. Here to have a good freaking time. We can do it. Don't let anyone else's yucks to your yum ruin your yum, you know? We don't talk to people who yuck other people's yums. That is so cute. All right, I'm going to add some highlights to the hair, and then I'm going to finish up. I'm going to start the flowers, and then after I'm done with the flowers, I'm going to finish up the face, and then I'm going to call it done. I'm so happy. I had no idea what I was going to start with today, but honestly, I already love her, and she's not even finished yet. Honestly, guys, sometimes painting is just about the road that you go on. You just start, you see where it takes you, and that's the fun part of it. You don't know where you're gonna go. But what I would say is don't forget your highlights, guys. Highlights are what draws your eye to it. And honestly, they could make or break a painting. I don't know why I'm saying break. Highlights almost never break your painting. Unless it's like to distract. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not an expert. But I do enjoy trying. And this is what this channel is about. It's just about trying, putting paint on the canvas, and seeing what happens. And if we like it or not, well, first off, that's just an opinion. Also, oh well, you know, it's a bad painting. Oh well, make another one. Don't stop. Don't stop because you had one bad painting or one bad day. The only time you lose is when you quit. So never quit. Always keep going. I really like that. All right. Yeah, it's good. All right. Let's add some petals, baby. I want to get this palette out. This is from a wet dry palette I have. Although I don't know if I use it right. I don't even know if I need it because I don't really do that long on projects anymore, but regardless, I have it and still thankful for it because you never know when you're gonna need it. All right, let's use, this looks like a very petally brush, very petally brush strokes opposed to a square brush. All right, let's just go with our hearts here. So I saw in one reference, one where the petals are actually, yeah, that's perfect actually. Okay, where the petals were like coming out of the eyeball. So yes. This is a perfect petally brush. I'm so happy. All right. Got like a squished flower coming out of there. And then we'd have like flowers in her hair. Maybe one right here. Maybe one right here. All right. I'm just gonna add petals because I want to. What a better reason to add petals. And maybe we have little petals bursting from under her collar. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's make these a little darker, because a light paint on a dark paint makes it a little hard to show up. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sweet. What color do we want the middle to be? Maybe our green. Is there like green in the middle? Or maybe we could do like pink. It's like a pop color. So your eye really goes to it. And pink and red and green are complementary, so kind of does go together. And that's like overlapping kind of. And then this, I don't know, it's kind of like crinkled in there. And then we need a shadow color for the flowers to make them look a little more 3D, I think blue would be a good mix. The yellow with a little bit of blue. And that makes like this green. But I feel like I should use a really small brush and use my blending gel to make it go on a little bit smoother. And then I can do little details. All right, beautiful. Alrighty. And then if I add a little bit of white, oh, that white is dry. A little bit of white to my yellow. This white will make it a bit more opaque, as well as making it feel even more 3D because I can add highlights to the petals. Do not underestimate the power of highlights. I'm just gonna kind of add it to the edge. And this one, I feel like it should be more like on the top, on the edges. All right, and then yes. I'm just so excited. And then if you think, oh, maybe that's too much highlight, if you still have your original color, you can just go over it again, which I will do right here. Oh, I forgot to add that over there. I will do that right here, because I think I lost my color. I forgot to add the highlight underneath the eye. Beautiful. All right. Alrighty. Now I just need to paint her eye. And then I think I'm done. Remember, the eye is not white. It appears white. It is not fully white. So I'm going to take my purple and really lighten it. And also, the eye has a shadow. So we are going to add the shadow around the eye. Beautiful. Now let's add an eyelid. Or wait, maybe I should add the pupil first. She has really dark eyes, so we will give her that. I feel like I made that way too big. All right. What I love that you can do with paint that you can't do with like markers is you can just say, oh, I don't like that actually. Let me just do this. And then it slowly covers up your mistake. And then if you keep going over it, you can't even tell it was there. We're just gonna retry all together actually. Alright. Attempt numero dos. Whop. Add that gel. It also kind of brings my paint back to life. If it dried on me. I like that a lot more, but now I need to make it darker. All right. Yep. I like that. There's a keeper. All right. All right. Let's add a bit of a shadow back in. It's a little too much. I'm gonna try to blend it. Alright, and then for the eyelid, I take my darker color and I go like that. And then I take my lighter color. What color should I be? I mean, should just be like with the skin tone, right? Except I think I gotta get some more purple out. Just a little bit though. Alright. Beautiful. And then, all right, we're at 2:15, which is not bad for a portrait. And then after that, I might make, where'd my southern come from? I might make it a little bit darker around the eye. Beautiful. And then I need eyelashes. So first, you start by drawing your water or your eyelash line. And then you don't need to draw or paint every single eyelash. You can just do a few and then the line will cover it, or like fill in the details. I feel like unless you're going for really hyper realism, you honestly don't need every single lash, and adding every single one can make it look kind of creepy. Nice. All right. Okay, and then last part, we can add a little highlight on the eye. And this is like a little boop. There we have it. Oh wait, that color was over here. This color, I feel like I could add it on like the water line. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. That's so pretty. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like though that I haven't quite finished the nose. I think the darks could be a little bit darker. I just feel like I can't see it that well. Like the general shape is there, but All right. Sweet. I feel like it's a little bit brighter around her lip area. Like right here seems to be brighter. Let's blend that. Nope, too dark. Alright. I really like that. I think I'm gonna call it good. Finished. The end. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. There's like this division between the ear and the face, the shadow. There we go. All right, I think I'm done now. All right. Haha. How dare you call me a nerd? All right. Oh, I didn't sign it. I gotta sign it. There we go. All right, here is the finished product. All the details. Ooh, now that I think about it, I feel like that petal should be a little bit longer because it kind of makes her eye look like it goes up. All right, hold up. There, I feel like maybe let's make these yellows more yellow. Oh no, there's a thing. There's a thing in the paint. All right. I feel like it's done now. Okay. I don't know, it might be my too much gene. All right. There we go. It bothers me a little bit less now, but here's the finished product. All the little details. Yeah. All right. That took, what, 2 hours and 33 minutes. All right, I'm gonna write that on the back just so that I remember. This is 14 by 11 inch canvas. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining me. It was a great stream. I had no idea we were going to end this way, but I'm happy with the result. All right.